Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ybot. Welcome back to Civilization 6. We're continuing our game as Miss Queen Victoria of England. If I'm gonna say it, I gotta say it right. And we're just gonna continue on where we left off here, which I believe we're getting ready to found a city somewhere in this area, which would actually be our first off-continent city. Even though we are connected to it, this game doesn't really logically pick continents, which is kind of a shame. Anyway, I'm gonna move this guy into the little cove here, and we may get a... Excuse me. Actually, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. If I wanted, like, the best adjacency, I would set up a harbor right here at the mouth of the bay, put my city here, and then that harbor would have wicked adjacency. We'll see. Anyway, that could just stay there for now. We will do whatever we have to. I'll do whatever I think is best. You can see if I put it here, though, it's going to be less exposed to the sea.
Everything around you is mathematics. Everything around you is numbers.
Alright, well, we got math. So math is good. Even though it's hard, math is still good. Let's take a crack at getting ourselves some education there. Seems like a good plan. Send our swordsman down to explore some more. We lost Hong Kong's suzerainship. Who did we lose it to? Cleopatra? Oh, by the way, I noticed something in the interface. I believe it's part of the CQUI mod. But if I just go over to Hong Kong right now, we see Cleopatra's face right there. Because she is the suzerain. Just like Tamiris is suzerain of Amsterdam. So, just an interesting little thing. You see her again over in Geneva. And again in Jerusalem. She owns a lot of stuff, apparently. Here's a question. Jerusalem's not really important to my goals, so if I was to conquer this city-state, it is off-continent, I would get some benefits out of it. That is something for me to consider. I might get on that. If I can get some more, I believe I need... Oh my goodness. I don't think it's galleys that I need. I think it's quadrimes that I need. Though I think I'm getting my playthroughs mixed up, but I believe I may have lost a lot of these. Or I just may have never built them in the first place. I'm not sure anymore. I'm sorry. I'm getting this confused with my test play. And I heard the barbarian sound, which... We need more housing in Liverpool. Oh, we're just getting a little low on housing in Liverpool. Don't quite need it yet. We'll have a builder in a few turns. Oh, that's probably what they're talking about. There's a barbarian encampment up there. Lovely. And there's barbarians here. That's probably what it was actually talking about. This is a huge chunk of land that we're attached to here. We should probably do our best to clean out the barbarians and grab as much of this as we possibly can. Now, where do we want that city? I would say that... Oy. So how's this guy gonna handle this? Not very well. He's not gonna heal at all. Okay, well, if that's the case, then run away. I think maybe just drop it right here. We'll get another swordsman that'll help in the fight. And Portsmouth, what do we want to build for you? We're hurting a bit on that culture, so I think we'll do that. And then we'll queue up a Royal Navy dockyard, of course. We're not going to get maximum bonuses. It's probably a little subpar, but I think the housing bonus that we get for the river and the coast is... I think that's better. I'd rather not build an aqueduct if I can avoid it. Basically, I'm thinking that Portsmouth here is going to get its full 5 housing, whereas if I put it here, it would get less because it would just have coast. But I could have gotten it back up to that. Oh well. And now this guy can run into Portsmouth and he can heal up. And we're gonna have to find some new spots to settle here. Fuck.
History.
Down goes that guy.
Past event.
So we're not hurting for money at the moment. I think I kind of want to flip over into our wild card here and get rid of conscription and get maritime industries going. Because I think I will want to take a stab at conquering... Yeah, we'll take a stab at conquering Jerusalem there. Military tradition. That would be very important if we can get horsemen. If we can get the resources for horsemen. We're going to be out of range of that one. So we'll have to count on Zanzibar if it ever hooks it up to their resources. There's some horses down there that we could grab later. If I can do anything about cleaning out the barbarians down there, that is definitely something to consider. So we got 1 iron mine. Right now we're just getting units thanks to our unique ability. Just fortify that guy. He can stay there for now. We should probably consider going for military tradition at some point. Bristol to... Oh. This trade route's done. That's hills, that's flat tundra. Trying to figure out what I should do for my next district. I want to keep it cheap before we advance and they become more expensive. We can get 2. Which 2 do we want, though? We can probably delay the Royal Navy dockyard if we want to get a commerce hub. Yeah, let's go ahead and drop a commerce hub on the woods. It's going to be on tundra, so it's fairly useless terrain. We'll buy up this plot of land, maybe. Do we want to buy up that plot of land, though? I don't know. I'm going to buy up this plot of land as well, because we are going to get apprenticeship in 8 turns. Yeah, let's actually hold off and get an industrial zone here. We'll make that like a factory city. We'll get these areas all built up. This is our only trade unit for now. We'll send him to Manchester for maximum production. That'll knock a few turns off of the commerce hub. These guys can go explore for now. Next turn. next. So we'll grab that second iron when this guy's done.
Bravery is being the...
So we could get maneuver, which will give us access to lots and lots of horsemen. Or access to quicker cavalry building. Let's go for games and recreation for our next one. Mostly because it's mostly because it blocks off future things. Also, this policy isn't too bad, but I don't think I've ever used it. But yeah, blocks off military training, which leads to mercenaries, which is a really good policy. Gives us professional army. Sack is also pretty good if you're pillaging. And eventually it gets to Merchant Republic, which is what we're probably going to want. Although theology here will be helpful as well. All the religions have been founded? Yep. So Egypt, somebody founded Catholicism. I think I know who founded Catholicism. Protestantism. Not sure who did that. And Buddhism, I'm also uncertain. Did Cleopatra get one of these? Yeah, she got Eastern Orthodoxy. Tamiris apparently did... Oh, did Tamiris get a religion? Did Tamiris get Protestantism? No. She is a convert. Okay. Alright. Now then. I think we're going to continue to send envoys over to Stockholm, because that is a really good city. It helps you generate great people in addition to its science bonuses if you're the suzerain. We're going to have to start generating some great culture people here. That's probably England's strongest way to win in Civ 6 is through culture. Peaceful way to win, I should say. They also have a really strong domination game, and we've been neglecting our culture game so far. Oh, what do they want here? That's actually a reasonable offer for some incense. I'll take it. Thank you. I'll take those while I can get them before I go to war with everybody and everybody hates me. We have a second trade route. Interesting. 41 turns for the Bloody Campus. That's pretty ridiculous. Let's just have you auto-explore for now. You build that mine.
There is no easy way
Excellent.
to train an apprentice.
That was probably that was probably not as efficient as it could have been. Do we want to go straight into education, or do we want to switch over? I think we'll at least go halfway into education. Alright, next turn. I believe there's some crap down here that's going to cause me some trouble. We'll see. And we're in the medieval era. Oh, I thought we were already there. Well, I'm going to drop my industrial zone here while I still can. I will build a builder before I'm doing the next one, just so I can get the boost to construction from those mines. Alright, so England, London specifically, has got me a new settler. Okay, so what do we want to do? What do we want to do next? I think a quadrime, a couple of those. Sounds good. also want to get a lighthouse at some point because that's going to help buff up the Royal Navy dockyard, make it more useful. We'll improve the cows. This is a barbarian quadrim. So we'll do more damage to it than we take in terms of damage. That's good. It'll be able to hit, though, without having to take defensive damage, which is not good. And Tamiris is launching her ships, which is irritating. Great. Gonna have to fight with her over that land. We don't really have a ground army for it at this point. I think I might actually just pull back for now and let Scythia deal with her. We met a city-state. Who'd we meet? Villainous. Okay. Train a crossbow. That's a ways away. Not as far as it could be, though. We just need to build walls in one city to get a boost to the construction tech, which is in between. Alright, next turn. Portsmouth will grow in one turn. You guys finish off and get that mine. Alright, so currently we're sitting on... Well, we're sitting on one so far. We've got one campus and one campus being built. And then we're working on our second commerce hub. Still don't have a market in that commerce hub. Should get something down in this city. Probably... I don't know what we should get down, honestly. Could put an academy, could put a campus on the hill. That would help. But we could also put a campus here, which is actually a really damn good production tile. I really don't like putting stuff on hills. I prefer to put mines on them instead. We do have the money to buy tiles. I also do want to get something else, like a theater square. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to... I'm going to leave it for now. But I think I'm going to build a theater square there at some point soon. Or we may just get another Royal Navy dockyard. Got a boost to cartography with our harbors. Excellent. Attack those guys. Alright, so Birmingham. 10 turns to a trader? Yeah, I don't think so. What can you build instead? How about you build some ancient walls so we can grab the boost to construction. Not construction. Engineering. I mean, it's not really that efficient, but I mean, we can do other things in the meantime. I think I might actually... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna buy a trader here. I was gonna buy a spearman so I can get the boost to whatever it is that gives us military tactics, that gives us pikemen. But I think it's better to do that for now. And Manchester. Really use a quadrime. Could also really use settlers, but I don't think we have our... Well, we do have it set up for settlers. That's interesting. We'll be building a settler at some point here again. Could build a great library in the Colossus, although... Yeah, we could build the Colossus right here. That would be a cool place. Oh no, we can't attack them. I guess they're just going to destroy Scythia's stuff instead.
People who cannot find time for recreation are sooner or later to find time for illness.
What can we do with our policies right now? I think we can swap out this if we want to do something better. Natural philosophy is usually really good. At least gives a bit more science. What do we want to do with our empire right now? We want to make more money. More housing would help. Letting us purchase tiles cheaper would also help. Let's try natural philosophy for a little bit. We can change it if we need to. And that's giving us +3 science. So it's not amazing, but it'll get better. And... what do we want to do next here in the culture tree? What does monarchy give us? That's not too far away. Gives us a ton of military slots, 1 domestic and 1 wild card and 1 diplomatic. Which is, honestly, it's kind of poop. I much prefer Merchant Republic here. It's much more to my liking. But this does give us +2 housing in cities that have... oh, medieval walls. I'm pretty sure they changed that. Okay. Yeah, this is a terrible... this is a terrible form of government for me. Even in wartime. Alright, I guess we'll, go for military training and we'll just hard research it. Although we do need feudalism. This is going to leapfrog over it, so maybe... we're probably going to have to hard research defensive tactics. We don't have anybody who hates us enough to go to war with us. So yeah, we'll do that. And well, the best trade route is blatantly London. So we'll do that. Send our settlers in via Portsmouth. Move those guys up a little. Move these guys over just to see what's going on. These guys down here. So we could get a big win here. Yep. That was good. Crap. Yeah, these guys need to pull out. Alright, so London. What can we do with you? Do need a trader. I'm actually going to do the trader first. We'll see if we can maybe boost up London, make it even more of a powerhouse for us. So it's pretty good right now, but it could be better. So this down here is now tundra. This would be an inland city if we get it. I think she wants us to be more religious. Also, the timer did go off, guys, so I think I'm going to throw down a cut pretty soon. Whoa, 2 swordsmen? That's freaking crazy talk. These guys do have battle cry. We just need to find a good defensive location for them. Well, that's as good as any. I guess we'll ford them up on the edge of the land in the cold, on the cold roof of the world and hope nothing bad happens. Oh, iron down here, so a third source of iron. A little unnecessary, but still useful. This would be crowding Jerusalem if I managed to take it. So that's probably where... No, that's a completely different river, actually. How much you want to bet this entire piece of land here blocks off my stuff, one side to the other? I'm betting that's the case. Defensive tactics is 1 turn away from maximum inspiration. Okay. Education. I'm not likely to get a scientist, am I? Well, I'm apparently the most likely to, but... No. Okay. And apparently we're not getting Newton this time. Yeah, that's not looking very promising. We can drop a canal city right here, and we will be doing that. Or right here. I'd prefer not to do that right now, though. If I can avoid it. Where's the new goodie hut? Oh, it's over here. Cool. So we're physically incapable of settling right here. Both of these tiles are worthless. I think I will actually settle right here. Then I'll get an aqueduct to the oasis. I want to try that for some reason. I just have the sudden urge to try that. Alright, so this guy is on the verge of death. That sucks. Alright, Manchester, what do we want to build next? I was gonna build several things. I think I was gonna do a theater square. I think that's what I decided. This will be available to me in 17 turns. These are all hills. I could also... The city needs a trade route, quite honestly, because it's not generating enough food. Yeah, I think we'll buy this up. And I think we'll at least drop down the theater square here. And get started on that. You just stay there and heal, please, and try not to die. Yeah. So this continent just basically screws us all over. So, if we were to put a city right here, that would be a good canal city. Everything that the Civ subreddit loves. Well, not really. One thing, canal cities. Trade agreements with England? She wouldn't give me anything. Nope. Okay, goodbye. Cleopatra. What would you give me for this? Holy shit, you'd give me a shitload. That is something to consider. Yeah, she's giving me all my gold. All of her gold for that. Yeah, why not? Why not? It's going to limit me for a bit, but I've got that source of iron right there in a sec. And that boost to my income is gonna... It's gonna kick in next turn, and we're gonna make a mint. We'll easily be able to purchase that tile right there. So, anyway, guys, the timer did go off, so I'm gonna throw down a cut here. So thank you very much for watching this episode. I got some comments on the first episode, actually, that the sound quality was, well, it was doing okay, it sounded like, but it was a little too quiet. So I hope that's been resolved. I took a look at the first video in the series, and I thought the sound quality was relatively okay. I mean, the volume of my voice was about equal to the volume of the music, which I could see may cause some problems. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.